Speeding Bulletin. My name is Steve Younis from SupermanHomepage.com. This is all the Superman related news there was for the week September 4th to September 10th, 2009. Warner Brothers announced that it has created a new company known as DC Entertainment Incorporated, which has been founded to fully realise the power and value of the DC Comics brand and characters across all media and platforms. DC Entertainment will be run by Warner Brothers vet Diane Nelson, with Paul Levitz stepping down as president and publisher of DC Comics. Levitz will segue into a new post as writer, contributing editor and consultant to DC Entertainment. Following the DC Entertainment announcement, DC's The Source published a personal letter from both Paul Levitz and Diane Nelson about the change and how it would affect their personal roles. Newsarama asked Diane Nelson specifically about Superman and Wonder Woman movies. She said, "Of course they're priorities, but we'll be equally looking at other properties and stories that can be incubated." Warner Premiere released 6 more images from the upcoming Superman-Batman Public Enemies animated movie. In the film, United States President Lex Luthor uses the oncoming trajectory of a kryptonite asteroid to frame Superman and declare a $1 billion bounty on the heads of the Man of Steel and his partner in crime, Batman. Heroes and villains alike launch a relentless pursuit of Superman and Batman, who must unite and recruit help to stave off the action-packed onslaught, stop the asteroid, and uncover Lex Luthor's devious plot to take command of far more than North America. Former Spice Girl Emma Bunton was reportedly considered for the role of Lois Lane in Superman Returns. The singer flew to Los Angeles in 2005 to audition in front of director Bryan Singer. Bunton told Now magazine, "I was asked to go to a casting for Superman Returns. I met the director Bryan Singer and went to his house." In his first Smallville interview in years, Tom Welling speaks with TV Guide magazine about the upcoming 9th season of the show and how it differs from previous seasons. In regards to his change in costume, he said, "That is the symbol of the House of L. I've gotten away for many years with the blue t-shirt and the red jacket. Very easy wardrobe for me, very simple, straightforward, very comfortable. This new wardrobe, the leather jacket, is a little warmer. You have to learn how not to step on your jacket when you're in a fight sequence." You can read the complete interview at tvguidemagazine.com. The CW has released the official spoiler-filled description of the upcoming first episode of Season 9 of Smallville. Titled Saviour, this episode sees Clark tell Jor-El he's ready to start his training, but Jor-El sends him back to Metropolis to cut ties with Lois before he can begin. Chloe is shocked when Lois suddenly reappears after having been missing for weeks, but Lois has no recollection of vanishing into thin air with the Legion ring. While investigating a monorail crash, Lois meets John Corbin, a new reporter at the Daily Planet, with a negative attitude toward the red-blue blur. Chloe begs Clark to use the Legion ring to go back in time to save Jimmy, but he refuses, driving a wedge into their friendship. Meanwhile, Oliver continues down a dark road and Zod arrives at the Luthor mansion. Superman homepage member John Jones attended DragonCon last weekend and managed to catch a few minutes with actor John Schneider to ask him about his time as Jonathan Kent on the TV series Smallville. He said, "I'd love to come back. Actually, what I'd like to do is come back in Smallville's final episode as a ghost or apparition that gives Clark the thumbs up to wear the Superman suit. Sadly, they never call or write though." The 10th of 12 Superman comic strips from the weekly Wednesday Comics publication from DC Comics is now available to read online at USA Today's website. DC's The Source blog gave us a look at the artwork for Superman comics scheduled to ship in December. Covers shown were from Adventure Comics, Action Comics, Superman World of New Krypton, Supergirl and Superman. CBR caught up with artist Francis Manapul to talk to him about his work illustrating and inking Adventure Comics. In regards to Superboy, he said, "I think what makes him really cool is that it's the knowledge that one day he's supposed to be Superman, but obviously we're never going to see that because Superman's not going to stop being Superman." Check out the complete interview at comicbookresources.com. Superman comic books we reviewed this week included Supergirl Annual Number 1, which was reviewed by Jeffrey Bridges, who said, "I don't think this issue accomplished anything except for getting the full story of Lucy Lane's Superwoman out there," and he gave this issue a 3 out of 5 rating. Barry Fryman reviewed Wednesday Comics number 9, saying, "There is no pace to this story whatsoever." Superman comic shipping this week from September 10th, a day late due to Labor Day holiday, include Adventure Comics number 2, which is available in an alternate cover, Superman World of New Krypton number 7, also available in an alternate cover, Wednesday Comics number 10, Tangent Superman's Reign Volume 2 trade paperback, and uniformed Superman classic figure. Wes Dinagi, senior producer on the upcoming DC Universe online video game, told Gamescom in Germany that subscription to the online game will be completely free. The game will also feature completely platform open servers. This means the servers will be cross-compatible between the PS3 and PC versions no matter where you play. No release date for the game has been announced as yet. Superman and Batman are coming to the Cricut personal cutting machine as part of 2 new cartridges available from Provocraft this fall. Batman the Brave and the Bold and Superman will be available to Cricut users in November 2009 at Cricut retailers. The cartridge will contain more than 750 images of the iconic heroes, including their faces and logos, each available to be cut into a variety of materials from cardstock to fabric to vinyl at the push of a button. For more information, visit provocraft.com. That's all the Superman related news there was for the week September 4th to September 10th. I'm Steve Younis from supermanhomepage.com.
Dresden 88, in the last of these comments from the request for Bailey Planet Ideas, writes, how about your idea of a perfect Superman movie with plot description? None of this as long as they get the character right, I don't care stuff. Get real specific on what you want to see. Well, why would I want to break my own heart? Because, I mean, that's the thing. Everybody I talk to at these cons, and a lot of people outside of the cons, has a Superman movie idea that they want to see made. And the chances of that happening are virtually nil, no matter how good of a writer you are. It's quite literally a crapshoot. I mean, if Jeff Johns, or Greg Rucka, or bloody, even Grant Morrison with his popularity, not necessarily that I agree with his story direction, if those writers of Superman are not being offered the movie, what chance does a fan script have? But, since you asked, and since I dodge this question all the time, because it's not really something I want to put too much thought into unless I absolutely have to, because it does break your heart, my Superman movie plot would probably revolve around Lex Luthor. And that sounds like it would be repeating itself, and the studios would never buy that, and that's exactly why I would never get the script. But the reason that I would choose Lex Luthor is because I think that what worked about The Dark Knight and what would work in a Superman movie is a tense, continued interreaction between a guy who has unlimited power and a guy with constant intellect. And the Joker may not seem like an intellectual villain, but a lot of his setups are actually quite genius. They're mad. They're mad as hell, but they're genius. You know, if you put yourself in that bargain where you have to choose between the girl and the guy, and he actually switches the address between the girl and the guy, that's messing with Batman's head. And Batman has a ton of powers. He's got a car, he's got the bloody plane, he's got this suit that can take on an army, and yet Joker takes him down to nothing because of the fact that he uses his brain. Well, imagine Superman versus Lex Luthor, who is the greatest criminal genius of our time. Imagine Lex Luthor setting a series of gambits that Superman cannot defeat that may imperil his loved ones. It seems really simple, doesn't it? But instead they throw a giant boat and a giant planet and a city going at Superman. That's not what's going to intrigue the mind of a given viewer. It's going to have to be a complex villain with sinister motivations that you can sympathize with, going up against a guy who has unlimited power but still can't save him. That's the key emotional character beat in the entire Superman series, is when Superman is standing over his father's grave and he goes, I have all these powers and I couldn't save him. That still makes me tear up. And that would be the crux of the emotional spectrum in my Superman movie. I can't thumbs up my own stuff, so I'll stick my thumb in my ear. Bailey Planet is sponsored by Gibbo.